Hello YouTube, this is the Florida Rider. A bit late for sunset tonight, but I think I should still make it. So I was wondering about something. I've seen a few posts recently about gear lever indicators on dashboards and also about shifting based on RPMs. And I thought I'd put the question out there. How important are things like that to you? I have never had a bike that's had a gear indicator telling me what gear I'm in. Thank goodness they have gas gauges. And I've never really shifted by the tack. I just shift by the feeling of the bike. Now perhaps one advantage I have is that I can drive a manual transmission car. I mean, I learned on one. Of course, automatics were available when I learned to drive back in 1982. But we had manuals, and I'm actually very thankful to my parents for that, because many places in the world don't have automatic cars unless you rent a Mercedes or something like that. And well, if you can afford to do that, then great, you get an automatic. If you can't, like me, then you have to shift. Just as you don't look at the gear lever when you're shifting in a manual transmission car, I wouldn't even consider looking at a gear indicator on my dashboard when I shifted a motorcycle, if I had one. For example, right now I'm either in second or third, and I'm going to fourth. But that's because of the demands of the motorcycle. I assume I'm in fourth right now because of how the bike feels at this speed. But that's my whole point. I don't need something to tell me which gear to use. Like right now I've just gone to fifth. But I can tell by how the bike feels that I should be in fourth, so I shifted back to fourth. So why would you need a gear indicator on your dashboard at all? I mean, don't get me wrong, I have a neutral light, and every bike since forever has had a neutral light, which I do appreciate, but I can also find neutral on my own. But I just don't really understand why you'd need a gear indicator light or thing on your dashboard. And don't even get me started with those little upshift lights. Upshift for economy, upshift for economy. I am not going to upshift for economy. I get 70 miles per gallon on this thing. I do not have to upshift for economy. What am I going to do? Get 72 miles per gallon? Wow, big deal. And insofar as shifting by the tack goes, I don't quite understand that either. I mean, unless you shift when you get to the red line every time, which is not likely, then why would you need to have a tack to tell you when to shift? So I'm putting this out to YouTube. Why would someone need a gear indicator on their dashboard? And why would they need a tack to shift? And I'm not judging anybody who needs those things. I want to make that perfectly clear. I just don't understand why people would need them. It seems like you should go by the feel of the bike rather than what a number says, because I mean, the number is not always going to be the same. You know, it depends on the terrain. It depends on if you're on a flat surface or a hill, then going uphill or downhill. It depends on the weather too. So please, YouTubians, please educate me on this. I'm always willing to learn. This is the Florida Rider signing off. Goodbye.